that being said, I think we need a little bit more power. So we're gonna go with this T25. Nice little header. We're gonna do that intercooler right here. Everything's on it. I have everything but the intercooler. I have the Jim Wolf plug and play 520cc injectors. I have the AFR aftermarket. We go 3-inch exhaust to the dual MagnaFlow in the back. That shit's gonna sound dope, man. But yeah, that's the next move right there. Small, if not, I have VET turbo. So either one, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna keep it under 10 pounds. I think with an extra 50, 70 horsepower, Panda will be right there in the 130s. Oh, damn. A little bit faster than what we're doing right now, for sure, man, because they would pass me up, but those are boosted. They were over 250 and over 200, the race cars. Means they were stripped, nothing inside. Beautiful cars, but I want to drive mine one more time. The next event, it'll be driven with some boost. I drilled that one, put it together, and it drove out there and it came back. So we're gonna have some fun, man. This one just needs a little bit more pep in its step. We'll be back out there, man. That 210 going out to Cali, for sure. You know, right now what I'm doing is I'm changing the axle that tore up. The reason why I stopped on that heat, that second session, is because it was torn. I was fucking tired. I was like, my brother said, I'll change it for you. And I was like, nah, man. I'm crazy, but I ain't stupid. So let's just keep it simple. And, I mean, it's lifetime warranty, so I'm gonna get a new one after my basketball practice. Right now, we're going straight to O'Reilly's. I'll get some dinner, swap this axle out, and give me a fresh new one. I'll throw it back in here. I truly believe that it's the Racelands. You know, they're kind of, I would say, not bending, but they're flexing. So their little boots, you know, they're not hooked, they're just ripped off of the boot. It's not torn anywhere else. So I'm gonna say maybe an upgrade on the Racelands, but all I'm gonna do is go to the Rev 9s that we put on Sonic over here behind me, and we're gonna test those out at Coda on December 10th. So we cut the bug, man. We cut the damn bug. So we're gonna do this autocross thing. So this one, just gonna loosen everything up, pull out the axle, and get it going so that we can get it fixed. But it would be great, it'd be awesome to get some of you guys to come out. I know it's a trip. I know it's it lands on I think they always do it on October. So the only good thing is that it's cool weather. But you know, go out there and run, or hell, $250 to fly out, man. That's not bad. On this next one, I think I'm gonna fly my wife out and my son. They want to go, but I don't think they're up for that. I don't think they're up for that trip. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna fly them out, and me and my brother make that drive. Once we make that drive with these upgrades, I think it will be fun for all of us. But yeah, you guys need to come out, man. We got the Hall brothers, Crazy Jack, Hidralis, you know, he showed up. And Paul, met Paul, a new friend. He said he's from San Antonio, went to Reagan High School. So he should be back in San Antonio, he says, in about 3 years, 2 or 3 years, he's gonna move back. And he's a Datsun guy. He's in a club down there. He has a wagon and some other stuff. So we'll definitely gotta stay in touch. But yeah, I mean, that's the maintenance. That's the thing. That's what happens when you drive 3,000 miles in 4 days. looking into right now. Having it repaired or replaced, and it's a daily driver. Should be taking me to work on Monday. I got 2 weeks off of this. Fortunately, we gotta eat, so we gotta go back to work. So that's the update on Panda. She just full of grease. I'm gonna wash her up, put a new axle, and she's good to go. Oh, and she got her oil change as well. Yeah, that oil is pretty dirty, man. Both of them got their oil changed. And my brother even changed the spark plugs. So that 91, man, I don't like that 91. So we're gonna have to figure something out. Either drive there and buy some of that high octane. We did end up using like Lucas along the way, just to the detergent in it, just to keep the gas cleaner, and you could feel the difference. But and then we tried to buy fuel from you know, a name store, not a local store. So it was like your Pilots and your, you know, Shells and all that stuff. No corner stores, you know, because you don't know exactly what you're buying. But we got 12 months, man. We got 12 months. The guy who won the El Chingon Trophy placed number 12. But because I wasn't getting feedback or whatever, the system wasn't loading fast enough, or didn't load fast enough for the Sunday. We didn't get that till like Monday, the results or whatever. So I just put everybody's name. I didn't put my name, you know. I put everybody's name with a backseat that raced in a street car. And I told him I'd be back, man. So he's number 12 out of the bunch. I'm number 13. So I'm gonna keep in touch with him, and we're gonna battle it out, man. And the next one, we're gonna make something different to where we keep it going. It's gonna be interesting, man. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we make a trip up to Dallas or Houston. We gotta pick up some stuff, and we can drive these SR20s, man. Go see the peeps up there. I'll see y'all then. Oh, and the other thing, you know, we're there. They're telling us, don't be surprised if a 140 horsepower car smokes the 400 or 500 horsepower car that's in the morning drivers meeting. Everybody, well, I would say a couple of them, they had some high horsepower stuff, and I don't know if they were new or not, but you could see it in their face, like, what? And you could see it. They weren't kidding around when they say that he'll test the car and everything else. So I don't need 300 horsepower to go race. Not there. I'm not gonna do that to my car. Not to this one. So stay under 200. Drive it there. 200 horsepower. Drive it back and go to work in it every day. So the engine just says no mas. You know, once that happens, we buy a JDM. What are they? $1,000. Throw it in there, drill it, tap it, and continue going. I have several of those T25s from Beltre, Jose Beltre. Probably butchering his name, but I did buy a couple from him. So, but yeah, you don't need that much power. It just needs to be light, and of course the driver mod is always gonna be great. You can't be scared. I was kind of iffy on the first first session, but on the second one it got better. I actually got black flag on the first session. And that's because DR Looms, or if it's Dr. Looms, whatever, from Arlington, Texas, he was in front of me, and you got to give him the point pass, or finger point pass, whatever, something like that is called. So you point your finger, you know, like you're putting a blinker when your blinkers don't work. And he gave me the finger. I took it. You're not supposed to do that in the yellow flag. So I learned, and I'm hooked, man. I'm gonna make it a thing to go. You know, here we have that, but I mean, just SR20s, man. When you just have SR20s, that's I'll drive for that. I would definitely drive till I can't. Then I'll join everybody else who flies in there. But as far as now, I will be driving my car to have some fun. Weather's awesome for it. I mean, Sonic had no hiccups, man. Nothing. And he was having fun. He'd stay way behind me and run it out, man. So it's fun times. But yeah, we're gonna be testing here or practice running at the. I wish we would have had time for that Harris Hill, but we did not, and it's sold out. So we're gonna be doing the SCCA and spokes and whatever else we can get our hands into, our cars into. Test out the suspension, the tires. But yeah, this one will get a little makeover and just bump it up a little bit. Don't need much. I saw that, but it's fun. So that's it. That's the update, man. And finally, in this whole trip is to show that, you know, I'm sure it's been done 100 million times, right? You can see it all over YouTube, guys. Like roadkill. They put a car together from a junkyard parts and they drive it. But there's nothing like you doing it. You know, you can sit there and watch it be done. You know, and just, you're like, man, I wish I could do that, right? Well, like the car on the front windshield reads on this one. It's a junkyard Panda. It's got a couple new parts, right? Like the suspension, but it's not the high end. These are like $200-300, man. They don't even belong in this car. They're for the next gen, a B15. But they work on here, so I put them on here. I made a video where I say what I paid for everything. So, of course, put a new clutch in it, new tires, and new coilovers. They're real simple ones, cheap. Well, nothing's cheap. I would say inexpensive. So, yeah. This is for us regular Joes who want to go do a trip on a budget car. You know, and it's not a brand new car, but what it needs, it has to travel 3,000 miles in 4 days. That's the important thing. Maintenance is done to it. Has power steering, has AC. I use it every day for work. Not because I have to, because you can jump in other cars, but to prove a point that, you know, you show it love, it'll love you right back. And it'll get a little faster. Then we'll make it look nice, and she'll be sitting there taking me where I want to go, when I want to go. No questions asked. Junkyard Panda, man, for the fucking win. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. That's all I gotta say. Great therapy and an awesome trip.